My wife and I are returning from urban Texcoco, where we purchased balloons and una tina, that is a small plastic baby bathtub, as a contribution to a new tradition in Amanalco, El Baby Shower. It was to take place later that afternoon in the Buena Vista household. Leaving Texcoco, we passed a majestic statue of Nezahualcóyotl, who had been the most famous pre-Hispanic king of Texcoco and the region which included Amanalco. The road gradually elevates from the high valley at 7,300 feet above sea level to cut through the higher Piedmont zone with smaller valleys and agrarian villages. One quickly gets to the turnoff toward the Sierra zone and the high mountain valleys over 8,600 feet in elevation, where Amanalco and several other indigenous communities are found. When I first drove here in 1972, the landscape was littered with pre-Hispanic remains of houses dating to the late 15th and early 16th centuries. Back then, this road toward Amanalco was a rutted dirt path dotted with large boulders. It was finally paved in 1989, and over the following decade there was a concerted effort to reclaim the eroded soils in this area for corn and wheat fields. At the fork in the road, we take the left towards Amanalco, while the right leads to two other indigenous communities, Santa Maria Tecuanulco and Santa Catarina. This road quickly dips down into the high mountain valley toward the central residential area of Amanalco. On the right, you see waving stalks of young corn on terraced land called Mashala. It is owned by the family of my close friend and elderly neighbor in the village, Juan Duran. On the left is seen a Jehovah's Witness temple completed in 2010. The sign welcomes community members in both Spanish and the local indigenous language, Nahuatl. Driving down Amanalco's main street, one sees on the right, just beyond a cornfield, a small Protestant temple constructed in 1973. Continuing down the road, you encounter some large modern houses, a seafood restaurant, cell phone store, internet cafe, and a place for tire repair. This last new enterprise was much appreciated by me, as the very next day my rental car had a flat tire. As it is Sunday, you always hear music blaring from radios and often see men taking their horse for a ride up into the mountains. It is also the day of a bustling weekly market set in the central plaza in front of the large colonial Catholic church built in 1609. Here you can buy food made on the spot, such as quesadillas stuffed with chicken and cheese, or delicious gorditas made with thick corn dough and pork filling. There are also fresh fruit, basic household items, and music CDs and video DVDs. Continuing on, we pass the now shuttered store within which I had my initial nerve-wracking encounter with Amanalco's leaders in 1972. Passing cyclists and some other stores, we make the turn toward Buena Vista. On the left, we pass the large brick, multi-generational household of Elder Juan Duran and see the front of an adult son's new enterprise, Pizzas Tlamapa. It was open in the evening, selling pizza in 3 styles: Hawaiian, pepperoni, and Mexican, with very hot chili peppers. We finally get to the street where I have resided during my 40 years of contact with Amanalco. With one exception, all the houses, previously constructed of adobe, have been replaced with block and brick structures, and several storefronts have been added over the past decade. As we turn into the courtyard of the Buena Vista compound, we see that a new building is being constructed to accommodate a younger brother's new spouse, infant son, and his elder widowed mother, who is helping care for her youngest grandchild.